What's going on, guys? Challenge here, and today we're going to be talking about and taking a look at the Dire Promise 140 legendary hand cannon you can get in Destiny 2. Now, little backstory of this weapon. It's not new by no means. It's been in the game since the introduction of Destiny 2 itself. It got reissued with Season of Arrivals, I believe. And since sunsetting is now sunsetted, this weapon will be forever here to stay. And I gotta say, this is honestly probably my favorite PvP weapon to use in Destiny that's not Felwinter's or, obviously any broken other gun you can say, or like Dead Man's Tale. The Dire Promise hand cannon is a weapon that is like cemented in my loadout right now when I have any interaction with PvP. Now, some of the things we're going to be talking about in this video is the roles you can get for this weapon, my roles itself, where you can get this weapon, how you can get it basically, as well as where does it stand as, a 140 hand cannon in this current sandbox. Is it good? Is it great? Is it phenomenal? Now, first and foremost, this is going to be a PvP weapon discussion. We're not going to be talking about this in a PvE sense. I don't think 140 hand cannons or just any hand cannons at all really have so much of a powerhouse stay in the sandbox. You have much better options to use, especially in the kinetic slot. So yeah, that's just my opinion, not PvE focused. So this is solely a PvP focused video. So now first we're going to be going over some of the roles you can get with this weapon, as well as my roles themselves. I honestly think my role is probably the best. And then we're going to go over how you can get this weapon, where you can get this weapon, and then after that we're going to be talking about its general effectiveness in the current sandbox in Destiny Season of the Chosen. As of right now, this is the first week of April, so yeah, or first full week of April. We could probably correct ourselves before we get corrected. But first here on screen, these are going to be the total rolls you can get, overall rolls, and we're going to go over some of the good stuff. So Swashbuckler, Elemental Capacitator, Rangefinder, Overflow, Opening Shot, Snapshot Sights, High Caliber Rounds, Ricochet Rounds, Flare Mag, Fast Draw HCS, Steady Hand HCS, True Sight HCS, and Hitmark HCS. These are all the roles you can get for, I guess you could say the important roles you can get. There's some roles I've blocked here on screen that you don't really need to see. They're not really useful for this weapon. Now, here on my screen, underneath this is my roles. Now, my roles are pretty damn good. This is like, whew, we'll talk about this, but Rangefinder, Overflow, Impending Mag, and Fast Draw HCS. I also have Hitmark HCS if you guys really care about, a Crucible focus site, but I really like Fast Draw HCS. So when it comes to this role itself, this is just insanely good at putting down a lot of bullets, and the general feel of the Dire Promise is phenomenal. Now, I recently switched to mouse and keyboard, so this hand cannon does feel a lot better than it did on controller. So if you're on controller and you don't like the feeling of it, I was kind of at some point the same, but on mouse and keyboard, this Dire Promise is just so juicy, so fun. It is so good. When you get Overflow and you're pairing this with a Felwinter, I'm just running through fools. As a Titan, Behemoth, Stasis subclass, and then Dire Promise, Felwinter, oh man, the feeds were nice. I was enjoying it. I was having a good time, and for the first time in a while, especially since Stasis has been introduced, I was actually enjoying playing PvP. I was thoroughly enjoying it. Now, every now and then a Hunter fucking hit me with a the little ice picks, and then a Warlock with, with its little fucking stupid little balls of orbs that freeze you. But hey, it is what it is. Stasis is annoying on all classes. Even Behemoth's Titan is pretty ridiculous. But hey, if you ain't using Stasis, you ain't trying, right? But yeah, I was having a good time playing PvP with this loadout, Dire Promise and Felwinter, especially with Felwinter is like a mainstay in the sandbox right now. These are two weapons you pair together and you are going to dominate, especially if you're a very aggro player. You like being aggressive, you like getting into the action, you like fucking up Guardians, making Lork Shacks scream all in your ears how proud he is of you. Yeah, this is definitely a weapon you want to use. Now, in regards to how you get this weapon itself, this is a really common weapon you get in the overall loot pool of Destiny. So what I mean by that is you can play any game mode, PvP, strikes, you can, open up engrams, you can get rewards from an end of a strike. This weapon can be a reward. Now, there's a pro and a con to that. The con is that there's a lot of other weapons in the world in loot pool that you can get that aren't the Dire Promise. So you have to deal with that. But when you do get this weapon, and I frequently do get this weapon as a role, I just finally got the role I've always been desiring over the past few months. Yeah, this is a very, very powerful weapon. And, once you get that one role, you masterwork it. Also, forgot to mention, I have a reload masterwork on this weapon. So reload speed paired with a reload mod, and any other mods for hand cannons I have in my armor sets. This just makes it so beautiful. I love it. I love it very much. But yeah, one of the reasons why I consider it one of the best 140s is accessibility. You don't have to do really anything specific to try to earn it and then deal with RNG. You just kind of play the game. You'll probably get it. You know, if you have a ton of Vanguard tokens, definitely submit those into Zavala. You will definitely probably get one of these guns or multiple of these guns. I get them a lot from Zavala. So in general, this is a very accessible weapon, easy to get. So don't really stress too hard getting it. You get it. Make sure you check the rolls, see what rolls you want, see what rolls you get. You know, yada bada bee, bada boo. You got the point. Now, last but not least, we've kind of talked about this a little bit in the last part of this video, but yeah, where does it stand in the current sandbox for Destiny 2? That's very hand cannon focused, you could say, Felwinter focused, and especially 140s and 120s dominate. Now, Indigenous Hammer and the Palindrome are really powerful weapons. I haven't used them just yet because I'm still trying to get, you know, specific roles, especially on Palindrome. I haven't used Indigenous Hammer because I just haven't played Trials in a while. But yeah, those two hand cannons are energy weapons, so that definitely has a drawback on your loadouts, options you could use, because maybe there isn't a lot of kinetic options you want to have for a special weapon, like whether a shotgun or a sniper. There's a few things I have, especially the new orbital shot, the red sniper rifle you get from the Crucible shot. I think it's a Frozen Orbit. I forget what it's called. That's a really good option to have a good roll on that. But if you guys aren't sniping, you guys want to use shotgun, you know, there's not really too many good options that are accessible to get, easy to get. I think Astral Horizon is a kinetic shotgun you can get, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's through Trials, and one could say that Trials is annoying. So this is a kinetic hand cannon. I think it definitely is easy to build loadouts around a kinetic hand cannon compared to energy hand cannon. But yeah, I think this is honestly still one of the best, if not the best hand cannon to use as a 140. Yes, this is better than Palindrome. This is better than Indigenous Hammer. I've been smoking those guns when shot at me. This is better than 120s in my opinion, even though a lot of people do like 120s for its rage capability. The rate of fire of this weapon with the just general range you have with rangefinder and other things, it just makes this weapon so powerful to use. And I was smoking, shredding. Oh my god. Again, reiterating how much fun I was having with this weapon. It was fun to finally play PvP. And if it takes the dire promise Felwinter to do it with a Titan subclass, hey, I will admit, I'll be that asshole in the game, in the lobby, but I'm having a good time. And that's something, again, I haven't done since Beyond Light dropped. I haven't had a good time with PvP. So yeah, it's good, it's fun. Check this weapon out. Even though it's been a weapon since the Red War, since the beginning of Destiny 2, and it got reissued in Season Arrivals, this is still one of the best weapons to use in Destiny PvP Crucible. Yeah, so with that being said, that's all I got for this one. If you guys found this video informative and enjoyed it, definitely drop this video a like, helps out the video a lot. And for more Destiny 2 content, whether it's weapon reviews like this, PvE or PvP, you know, random Destiny 2 discussions, we talk about other things, just, you know, maybe an article I see or read, we talk about it, things in that nature, or just anything else ranty about Destiny potentially, definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new here and you want more of that. Now, if you guys also enjoy Warzone, they'll also hit that subscribe button. We do Warzone also on a regular basis, just as much as Destiny 2. So, with that all out that way, I'm out of breath. Hope you guys have a good one. Challenge you here, and I'm out.